Yo, so my name's Mark. Obviously, this is my first video, so I'll just do a super quick intro and then we'll get into the good, juicy stuff. But obviously, this is my first video. I already said it, my name's Mark. I've been in the beautiful online business space probably since like 2016, 2017, when Prime Drake was around. And what else? I got in with the dropshipping thing, probably like most of you did. Failed at that a bunch, by the way. But since then, slowly evolved into the marketing space. Now loving all the AI stuff. So it's been a nice evolution of skills learned and people that I've gotten to work with and learn from. Some of your favorite gurus. I mean, I remember I was a part of Iman's first courses, his first Facebook groups, when you could still message him and he would actually respond. Charlie Morgan, you name it, I've probably worked under them, or not worked under them, at least learned under them. But when it comes to these videos, they'll probably be extremely low on the editing side. I don't really care too much for any of that stuff. I think it's quite corny, but that's just my opinion. So a lot of these will just be super raw. And the idea that I wanted to speak about today is something that I feel that a lot of you are probably going through at the moment. Whether you've just started getting into the whole service-based business space online, whether you're just starting your entrepreneurship journey, or you've failed or feel like you failed for the fifth, sixth time and you feel like nothing's really working and you feel like your back is against the wall. And trust me, I've had my fair share of that. I've had my fair share of that. And it's not a fun position to be in, but at the same time it is. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you guys about today, because in hindsight, I realized that being a nobody and starting from zero is such a privilege and an advantage and almost a superpower. Now, as stupid as that may sound to you, when you first hear it, it's not clickbait, I promise. I'm not just saying that to be controversial and to make you watch the rest of the video. Because, whether you watch or not, I don't really care. And that's just going to be the theme of this channel. I'm going to provide you with some golden nuggets and things I've learned along the way. And whether you take it or not is up to you. Now, the reason why I believe that being a nobody is a huge advantage and a privilege in this space is because no one knows who you are. Right? No one knows who you are. You have unlimited opportunity to mess up. You could, obviously your reputation is extremely important, and in business, it takes a long time to build up your reputation, but it could also just be crumbled within one wrong decision. So I'm not saying go and screw over a bunch of business owners, but what I am saying is you don't have thousands, hundreds of thousands of eyes watching you, watching your every single move, like the people you guys look up to. I mean, look at Iman. I think he's around over 4 million subscribers now on YouTube. And everyone sees his new style videos. He's in the new Maybach. He's in Dubai, his new mansion. He just bought this new whatever. Starting a new drink company, smoking cigars with his best friends, laughing. And you guys seem to always compare yourself to Iman now. But when you really go and look back at all of his older stuff, like if you go on YouTube, you sort it by oldest videos. If you go look at his original videos, there's actually a lot of insightful wisdom that he can provide to you, because I'm sure you're at the exact same point that he was at when he first started vlogging. And if you look, a lot of it is just, super crappy quality workout videos. And then he slowly started evolving into more business-oriented videos. And then somewhere around that 2016, 2017 area is when he really started to blow up. But my point is, in those original videos, sort of like where I'm at right now in my video journey, I guess you could call it, it's just speaking from your heart, speaking what you wish you could have learned, what you wish you would have known when you were at, X age, or, what I wish I would have known 4 years ago. Whatever the case is, it's just making videos for yourself almost. And that's what I'm doing here, sort of video therapy, I guess, while also hopefully helping some of you guys out. And back to my original point. That's another thing you guys are probably going to notice. I can just ramble and ramble on, and I'll get off topic so many times. But back on topic. The reason why, you know, no one looking at you and no one watching over you and you not having a following and no business owners knowing who you are, why that's such an advantage, again, is because you have so much room for error. You know, a lot of times people think, you know, when they get into this space, they look at the imams, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, like there's no way I can compete against him. There's no way I can compete against him whatsoever. And in some regards, that's completely true. And it's okay to think that. But it's the wrong way to think is what I'm trying to say. And there's a flip side of that, right? Because when you have your back against the wall and you have absolutely nothing to lose and no one knows who you are, you can evolve multiple times, mess up multiple times, and just go. Like you have the opportunity right now to just go, okay? You can just do whatever you want. Try something out for, you know, at least 60, 90 days, you know, give it a fair shot, be consistent, stay disciplined. But you have the opportunity to go and mess up along the way. Like you're not going to be perfect, and that's something you also have to just accept. Like you're going to mess up more than you succeed in the beginning. And, you know, stay calculated and take calculated risks, but nonetheless take the risks. Stop trying to make sure that your personal brand is on point before you start anything. You have to have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and 100,000 followers on Instagram for you to be someone and for you to succeed. Like, just because people have personal like brands, you have to understand that they built those personal brands off of their previous success, or, you know, videoing or, you know, recording their journey, I guess you could say. And then they start to get a following. And once you get to a position of that like stature, right? Like the imams, you can't just, I mean, he's at a spot where everything has to be so calculated. You know, one stupid move or one wrong move and his reputation is ruined. And so that goes back to what I was saying earlier. He has now, for the past 8 years, built up his reputation as Imam Ghazi, however you want to pronounce it. And now we look at him as one of like the godfathers of SMMA. Arguably, he's one of the people who started this whole wave in the first place, right? Him and Tai Lopez, I would say. But again, they're at a position where everything has to be so calculated. You're not in that position. So one, stop comparing yourself to where they're at, because you're nothing like them. You're a completely different person living a completely different life in a completely different location. The circumstances couldn't be further from where he's at or where anyone else you look up to is at. And so be grateful for the point you're at right now. I know the feeling. It's almost like a pressure in your chest, right? It's hard to breathe, like, and you try and find distractions. You try and find busy work, things to make you feel like you're being productive, but you're not really. I know some of you have probably been building a logo or a website for the past couple of weeks thinking you're actually doing something, but then you want to go and complain when nothing's happening. So don't do that, okay? This is off topic again, but just don't do that. You want to be working on topics that, I mean, not on topics. You want to be working on tasks that are going to move the needle forward. That's a whole nother video that we'll talk about later on. But the idea is you're in a very good position. You're in a better position than you actually think. You're in a position where you can mess up. You can fail forward and learn from your mistakes at such a rapid rate. And don't cripple to the fact that you think that everyone's watching you and that everything has to be so calculated, because it's not true. If I'm being blatantly honest, you're in the same position I am right now as far as me uploading on YouTube, right? No one knows who I am. No one cares about me. No one cares about me. This video might get like 3 views, and I don't care, because at the end of the day, I mean, maybe eventually someone will find this video and they'll feel exactly what I'm saying, and they'll be like, okay, you know, it's a little bit of reassurance that everything's going to be okay. But like, we're in the same boat where we can make mistakes and have fun and learn from them. It doesn't have to be so serious, okay? If you're in an extreme circumstance where, you know, money has to come in, then just take action. Take relentless action, knowing that you're going to fail, but that you're going to learn Like every failure is just a learning, another learning event, or a lesson, I guess you could say. Every failure is a lesson. And so that just goes into perspective again. So if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like nothing's working, it will work. At the end of the day, it will work. And those who work hard, and are consistent and disciplined will eventually be rewarded. Maybe it's not on the timeline that you set it out to be, but it's going to happen. And so just, see the vision, believe in it, and eventually you'll achieve. That's a worksheet that Iman always had in all of his courses, the SBA worksheet, see, believe, achieve. So just know you're in a better position than you think you are. Be grateful for the freedom that you have, because all the people at the top don't necessarily have the same freedom. Maybe they have financial freedom and location freedom, like you're seeing all their YouTube videos and their Instagram, but they don't have the freedom to do whatever they want and mess up however they want. You do have that freedom. You have the freedom to sign a client, or scratch that. You have the freedom to send out thousands, hundreds of thousands of emails and all of them go to spam or all of them be horrible. You have that freedom to play around. It's a playground. You have the freedom to, mess up 100 sales calls. You have the freedom to do a lot of these things, and that's how you have to see it, is that you have freedom. And you also have the advantage of things need to work, right? Your back is against the wall. You're at $0. Things need to work, okay? Use it as your drive. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And I've probably been going in circles this entire video, but the idea is, if you've made it to the end, the idea is you have absolutely nothing to lose. If you are a nobody, if no one knows about you, no one cares about you. Mess up as much as you need to, make a bunch of mistakes along the way, and also learn along the way. And I promise, if you just stick to that and take relentless action, you will succeed 10 times faster than you would if you focus on trying to make everything perfect in the beginning. Okay? Acknowledge the fact that you're able to mess up and just do. Just do. Every time you see a task that needs to be done, just do it to the best of your ability. To whatever knowledge you have on your hands, just do it. And I promise you will learn so much more from just doing and messing up than trying to make everything perfect when you're first starting. You're going to mess up, and just know that. Believe it and expect it. And just do your best at everything, and you will succeed eventually. I promise. Now, I'm going to be uploading videos like crazy. So, whether you want to like or subscribe or comment, I don't really care. Even if you just drop back in here and there, that's cool too, to just see what I'm up to. But I'm recording this now to promise myself that while getting this started, I will be uploading 4 videos every single day. There's endless content that I can speak about from experiences and people I'm still in cahoots with. I'm studying under some amazing mentors right now, and I'm super excited to see where things go. But see you on the other side, and good luck with everything.